Hello, everybody. Kurt Memkin here with Marco. Thank you for joining us for our Marco M Files User Group quarterly webinar. Hard to believe that we are already in towards the end of quarter 4 here, and really appreciate everybody taking the time to meet with us today. We have a lot of good content that we're going to be going through, and joining me on the webinar today is Dave Anderson, who is our solutions trainer, along with Tracy Coleman, who is our manager of our solutions team on the service side. A few housekeeping items. Everybody is in listen only mode, so your audio is muted. We do anticipate and encourage questions throughout the webinar, and we ask that you do not wait until the end. Please type any questions that you might have in the chat window, and between Dave, Tracy, and I, we will be sure to get to all those questions throughout the webinar. Also, we will be drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card for all people that are in attendance today. And with that, I will turn it over to Dave and Tracy.
Thank you very much, Kurt. Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about a pretty exciting topic. I'm excited about it, and that is going to be dealing with the M-Files Academy. A lot of you have probably heard about it, and you said, what the heck is that? So I'll give you a solution overview along with the demonstration. We'll actually get into the admin side, see what is necessary for that, as well as going through a user and what they see. So let's start out. What is it? Great question. The M-Files Academy is a self-paced e-learning system that M-Files has made available to its customers. It's really directed to your project teams that are using M-Files, possibly your super users that you've identified that are using M-Files, even your champions, as well as business administrators that want to learn more about how M-Files is set up and how that would be maintained. How do I get it? Another good question. M-Files Academy is included with customers that have the M-Files platform license. When that license happens, M-Files sends out an email that has identified the system administrator for your organization to set up users inside of the M-Files Academy. Now, if you have questions on who is your system administrator for the M-Files Academy, or how to set up your system administrator for the Academy, please contact us here at Marco with the software@marconet.com email, and we will be able to assist you in getting that set up. The other cool thing with this is you get 100 users to the Academy. That is all included with that platform license for M-Files. Now, if you have more than 100 users at your organization that you want to give access to the Academy, what you can do is let the first 100 go through and complete their lessons inside of the Academy. You can deactivate those licenses and reactivate some new users to the Academy. So basically, in a nutshell, M-Files is giving you 100 users, and those can be different people at different times. You're just limited to 100 users at one time. Okay, let's talk about when that system admin email comes in. Let me show you what that looks like. So it originates from the Academy, and it basically gives you some nice introduction here. And as when you scroll down in the email, you get your identification information, your username, and your password. The other interesting thing that M-Files does here with the Academy, what they try to do is they customize a URL link that is unique to your organization. So as you can see up above, we got the marcodemo.lms.mfiles.com. So that is our own little private space inside of the mFiles Academy. Now, when you first do log in, you will be prompted to change that password because that is temporary. When you take a look at the rest of the email here, it's got some really good information for the Academy administrator. I'll scroll down just a little bit farther. Now, being the mFiles Academy administrator, you would be setting up your users inside of the Academy. And I'll show you how that's done as well. So a lot of good information there. Let me actually close out of this and let's actually get into the actual Academy. So here I'm actually logged into the mFiles Academy. As you take a look at this, we've got right on the right screen, sort of gives you a snapshot of what's happening. So this is today's activity. So there's been a lot of activity. Actually, it's been me. As you take a look up above here, though, you can do yesterday. You can do a week snapshot. You can also do a month snapshot. So it just gives you an idea of people's activity inside of the system. Let's take a look at our menu bar over here. So right below home, we have users. And when I click on users, this shows me the current users that are already set up inside of the system. If I need to add a new user, which I am, I would click on new user. So you put in the name. My user is going to be Marco Demo 7. So we'll just call this demo here, and we'll give it an email. Okay, we got our new username set up. Now, I usually like to set the password, so I'm going to do that. So I set that. I can put in the description, bio of the individual. Now down here on the learner type, this just sort of groups your learners based on the type of thing they're doing. If they're going to be the training other people, or if they're just a learner or just a user. But please understand the Academy treats all three of those groups exactly the same. So I'm going to leave it learner type. Down here for the time zone. Shortcut here, start typing in Central, and you can select your Central time zone. Language is going to be English. Here's that active and deactive that I was talking about earlier. So you can run your first 100 people through, and if they're good to go, then you would deactivate those accounts and you would add more active users to your mFiles Academy. Down here at the bottom, again, we're going to use another shortcut. Start typing, select United States. Now, when I click on Add User, that will be adding that user. Now it brings up the course selection. So in this course selection, it gives you a default what it feels is going to be necessary for somebody to know mFiles. You get to redefine it a little bit if you know that this person is going to be doing something a little bit different. Like here you can see the mFiles Business Administrator. Okay, so this person is going to be a user. So I can remove that course. Now that course is still available in that learner's course catalog if they want to explore it in the future. What I'm doing right now is I'm setting up that initial settings for them to go through. So let's take a look at a couple other things here. Let's see, we got that, manage. We're not going to do intelligence services. Let's see, what else do we want to take? They're not going to be a super user. They're just going to be a regular mFiles user. Let's see. They don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I've got everything set. So now this information is being saved and will be sent to our new user. I'm going to go up here and click home. Let's take a look at a couple of the other choices that we see here. So we've already gone through users and adding the users. When I go over here to courses, so basically what this does is shows you all the courses that are available. Down here in the lower left-hand corner, I'm only seeing 10 of the 22. So I'm going to expand that. So I get another 10, and now there's 2 more to see. So now I'm able to see all, well, let me click that. Now I'm able to see all 22 courses. And I could scroll down or scroll up here. I could see when it was last updated. So give me some information. This is constantly changing. MFiles is going to be adding new courses here as new things become available or as things change at MFiles. I scroll up to the very top here. I'm going to click home again. So we've covered users and courses. Let's go down to reports. This is where you can dig a little bit deeper into the reports that MFiles offers here in the Academy. Let me click on users. So in a nutshell right here, you can see each one of the individuals and the courses they've been assigned, as well as the courses that they've been completed. Now, the nice thing about this is it sort of gives you that real quick overview. Okay, am I getting people engaged? Oh, I can see, let's see, who is it? Marco Devon's Demo 7. Okay, we just sent them an invite to join. So they get a free pass right here. Oh, that Marco Demo 8, they've only completed 1 course. You know, I might want to send them a reminder email to make sure that they're going in there and completing the other 9 assigned courses that they have for MFiles. Gives you that quick snapshot. Let's go over here to home. Now we're going to take a look at a different view of the courses. When I click on that, I'm seeing those courses again that we saw earlier, but now I'm actually seeing what has been assigned and what has been completed. Again, sort of that high level overview of what's going on. Let me go back to home. Let's go into the infographics. That was actually pretty slick. It puts on a pretty face of a report on what's going on inside of the Academy. So as we scroll down here, oh, by the way, this can be exported also. When we scroll down, we can see some interesting stats. Courses completed. If you set up any of those groups, this is giving you time that has been committed to each one of those courses and how much time, total time, has been dedicated to training. A snapshot on the tests. There are tests inside of the Academy to make sure we're testing the knowledge of the people going through the course. Now, this is actually something pretty unique, the gamification. This is something that will help you in keeping people engaged in the MFiles solution and learning more about it. So my recommendation is you either pick either like points, badges, levels, whatever you want to do, and you offer some kind of prize or something. Okay, somebody that's got the most points at the end of the week is going to get a free half day of PTO, or a free lunch on us, or a free coffee mug, or something like that. Continuing that gamification is going to help you keeping your employees engaged in learning the MFiles solution, which is then going to help in them in their day-to-day activities in using MFiles. It's also a great way to keeping those new employees engaged in wanting to learn more about MFiles. So a really cool item there. Let me scroll down to the very bottom. We've got the library, and then we got some potential savings that you can use to justify the time that they're away from the work in this learning process. So really nice summary of what's going on, puts a pretty face on it. Let's click back on home. Go down to one of my favorite reports here, the training matrix. Sort of gives you a snapshot of what is happening right now. And as you take a look at this, you can see that the blue boxes, that's what's been assigned. And when you take a look at the green ones, yep, those have been completed. Now that orange box under my name, David Anderson, that means that I'm in the middle of a session. So that I'm working on the mFiles user session. So that's in process. So that's nice. The other cool thing with this can also be exported out as an Excel spreadsheet if somebody would need to get this report. So they have maybe you want to attach it to a person's review that they've been going through the courses, and you have that documented when they go through the employee review. Let me click home here. So that is what we see on the admin side. As promised, I want to show you what it looks like for a user. Now we set up a new user, and that was user number Marco Demo 7. So let's take a look at Marco Demo 7. And so right now I'm in Marco Demo 7. And let's see if we get any of my email. Sometimes, let me see if oh, just came in, perfect. So when I click on this, it includes the link to the mFiles Academy, along with their username and their temporary password. So I'm going to click on the link here. So I'm going to enter in my username, 7, and my temporary password. Click on login. I'm prompted to change my password, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and if I want Edge to remember that, I can do that as well. I'll say got it. Okay, so this is what the actual user sees. And as we scroll down, you can see the different courses that they've been assigned. It's sort of a progression. So obviously they're going to start at the top and work their way down. Now, as they complete courses, obviously it's going to show completed. You're going to see the amount of time they've spent, badges, and points that they've earned. If they want to add, let's assume they start out as a basic user inside of mFiles, but they said, you know, I really think this is really cool. I would like to expand. I want to become a super user. So they can go to the course catalog here, and they can take a look at these additional courses. And here's the one for super user. So if that's something that they'd want to explore, they would click on that, and that course has now been added to their curriculum. So I can show you, if we go back to home and we take a look here, we can see now super user has been added to their course curriculum. So they're not just limited by what you assign them initially. If they want to learn more about mFiles, they can review that course, the courses, and actually select from that course catalog to expand their knowledge into the mFiles system. What I want to do at this point is open it up for any questions that you might have out there.
Nothing yet, Dave, but as expressed, if there are any questions, please put them in the WebEx chat and we would be happy to address.
Perfect. I just saw one question come in here real quick. Somebody's asking, okay, you know, when you have a login, people usually forget their password. I'm guilty as charged myself. Is that something that the system administrator has to be bothered with? No. So let me show you here. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to actually log out. Okay, so I'm going to do Marco Demo 7. And let's say I forgot my password. And I try to click on login and shoot, I can't get in. Bummer. Oh, right here, if I click on this, what's going to happen is it's going to ask for my email. Whoops. There we go. And when it clicks send, this is all automated. So now if I go back into my email, I'm going to get an email message from the Academy. So that's automated for you. So you don't have to go in there and be worried about resetting people's passwords. And when I click on reset my password, it's going to bring me to a site where I can reset my password. And I'll go ahead and reset my password. And click on login. Just that simple. Did any other questions come in?
Not at this time, Dave.
Awesome. Okay, what I want to do is we'll end it with some information again that we always like to share with people. And there's a lot of good stuff available. Let me bring up my PowerPoint here. So just remember we have these webinars. These are quarterly. I am also conducting a monthly webinar that is going to be the third Tuesday. So that actually is next week, Tuesday. Where we go through and we give you some quick tips on using the MFAL system. And we give you, usually the tip is about 15 minutes, and then we open it up for 15 minutes of questions. And again, this is something that is a benefit for you, no additional charge. As always, if you are needing additional help or assistance with your MFAL system, please contact us. We're just a phone call or an email away. There's also a lot of resources that MFALS has been adding. You have help inside of your MFALS client located in the upper right-hand corner. You also have help from the menu bar as well. Good resources. And I believe we're at the end here. And it looks like we need to do a drawing for a gift card. If you would want to do that, Kurt.
You got it. Thanks, Dave, and nice job. Great content. As a reminder, these are recorded, so we will have those available from our website that you can share with other people in your organization. And the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card is Ann S. Congratulations, Ann. We will be emailing you out a digital Amazon gift card. And with that, want to thank everybody for your attendance today. Appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a good end of the year and happy holidays. Take care.